Hello everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the Dojo. Today, we discuss what would have happened had Gohan survived his final confrontation with the androids in the future. This will change a good amount of things, so let's dive into it with the video intro. Future Gohan and the androids have what would normally be their final clash. The big change is that Gohan is barely able to survive and manages to will himself to live long enough for Trunks to find him. When Trunks does find Gohan though, he's in such a critical state that Trunks can't tell that Gohan is still alive, leading to him still transforming into Super Saiyan through despair. The two go back to Capsule Corp, where Bulma is able to use the facilities to keep Gohan alive for now. No Senzu are left, so Gohan's life is in the hands of the machines, which are barely keeping him alive. He's not getting better, he's just being maintained. After 3 years of waiting, Bulma's time machine is finally up and running, so Trunks goes back in time to warn the present Z-Fighters of the threat of the androids, as he does in the original story. However, before Trunks heads back to his own timeline, he asks Goku for a favor. Using Goku's new teleportation ability, Trunks wants Goku to get one Senzu bean that Trunks can bring back to the future for Future Gohan. Goku agrees and quickly teleports to get the Senzu. Trunks then returns to his own timeline, and the minute the time machine lands, Trunks runs to Gohan. He feeds him the Senzu, and Gohan, for the first time in years, is no longer in critical condition. However, his arm is not restored, as it's been gone for so long that it is a scar rather than an injury. For example, Yamcha had a hole in his chest restored by the Senzu beam, but his facial scars were not healed. Back to Future Gohan though, he is able to walk, talk, and train again. The pair have a year to train together as they wait for more time machine fuel to be created. Once it is, they both go back to the present to assist against the androids. The pair arrive as Piccolo is fighting and beating Android 20. They find the head of Android 19 and are confused at the sight of a potential third android. Trunks asks Gohan if he's ever seen this android before, but Gohan says he hasn't. Gohan was of course alive during the initial attack of the androids in the future timeline, so if anyone would know, it would be him. The two rush off to find the others and to find out if anything else has changed in this timeline, only to find another android who they both don't recognize. Android 20 starts shouting about Android 17 and 18 as he attacks Bulma's plane as she's flying into the battlefield. Trunks saves her alongside his younger counterpart and Yajirobe from the explosion. As Android 20 escapes, it is revealed to us that that is in fact Dr. Gero. Trunks turns to ask Future Gohan what they should do, but he's gone already. He's in pursuit of Gero. Bulma mentions the location of Gero's lab to the Z-Fighters, so they head in that direction. Future Gohan tries his best to keep up with Gero, but he keeps losing him in the mountain ranges. He's furious at his own incompetence. He spots Piccolo and then realizes, in this timeline, the Dragon Balls still exist. He has an idea, but it's a drastic one. Future Gohan screams for everyone to fly up high, and everyone does except Vegeta, who is still on the hunt for the androids. Gohan flies at sea level and turns Super Saiyan. He charges a Kamehameha using most of his power. Gero's sensors are going off like crazy in a panic, and Gero darts for his lab. Future Gohan is ready to destroy this whole island if it means guaranteeing the defeat of the androids. However, as Gero is darting across to his lab, Piccolo spots him. Piccolo shouts that they found Gero and starts flying in after him. Seeing that Piccolo is now in the line of fire, Gohan cannot go through with his plan to destroy everything and wish it back. A damn shame because Gero manages to, without hesitation, reactivate androids 17 and 18, who then in turn activate android 16. This portion of the story is fairly similar to its original incarnation, except for the fact that Future Gohan is there next to all the events happening. So let's fast forward a little to Vegeta fighting Android 18. Future Gohan and Trunks can only watch in horror as all their plans are unraveling, and this timeline is starting to look more and more like theirs. Future Gohan is able to stop Trunks from interfering this time like he did in the real story, and Vegeta is left alive by Android 18 for Krillin to heal with a Senzu, and for their future entertainment. Vegeta storms off to his isolation as he did originally. Piccolo is about to head to Kami's lookout for a more drastic solution to their problems, but before he leaves, Future Gohan asks if he can go with him. Piccolo asks him, "You're Gohan, aren't you?" Future Gohan nods and Piccolo smiles. He puts his arm on Future Gohan's shoulder and says, "You did your best." Emotions are clearly coming to surface on Gohan's face, but he shakes his head before Piccolo can notice, and the pair fly off. Trunks heads off with Krillin to relocate Goku, and the second time machine story plays out as it did previously. Once Gohan and Piccolo arrive at the lookout, Future Gohan that is, they begin to spar. Piccolo wants to see just how strong Gohan has gotten, but to his surprise, Piccolo finds out that he may be just as strong as Future Gohan, if not a little stronger. How could this Gohan, who's 20 years in the future, be so unimpressive? Something didn't add up. Maybe it was the loss of his arm, some weird Saiyan issue that losing a limb decreases power drastically? Piccolo can just regenerate, so what would he know about that? Piccolo tells Future Gohan to hurry and collect the Dragon Balls. He'll need the radar from Bulma first, and he'll need to make his wish quickly to restore his arm. He doesn't know how long the Dragon Balls will last. So, Gohan leaves on a journey to collect the Dragon Balls and restore his missing limb. Future Gohan's first stop is at Capsule Corp, where he tells Bulma he's the future counterpart of Gohan, and she compliments him on his good looks with a cheeky wink, but quickly stops joking, realizing how serious Gohan looks, and gives him the Dragon Radar, since he needs to be in a hurry. As he flies away, he can't help but think how happy she seems. She's so much more serious in the future, determined, and sad. Gohan is able to quickly gather the Dragon Balls and make his wish to restore his arm. Meanwhile, on the lookout, Kami and Piccolo are having their argument about reuniting. But in the middle of this discussion, the sky went dark and then light again. Gohan has made his wish. Piccolo tells Kami that now is the time for them to merge. Gohan has made his wish to become a better help, and now it's their turn to help as well. But Kami still refuses, wishing to wait and see rather than jump to conclusions. Gohan arrives back on the lookout, and Piccolo asks him to power up, but it's only a minor improvement. Could Gohan really plateau so low? No, something else must be wrong, but Piccolo just can't tell what. And before he could think about it more to figure it out, Kami begins to panic. He sees the thing that has been causing him such uneasiness for the past 4 years. He sees Imperfect Cell. This is a threat large enough for him to agree to merge with Piccolo, to become the nameless Super Namekian once again. Once they merge, Piccolo tells Gohan to stay behind and that he would only get in the way. Gohan is about to argue, but then he thinks back to Trunks and the time that he told him to stay back. If Trunks hadn't, they would have both been dead. So, Gohan stays quiet, nods, and continues to train on the lookout. Piccolo begins his battle with Imperfect Cell, and from this point on, things play out pretty identically to the original story, that is until Son Goku awakens. During his sleep, he heard about Future Gohan, again, knowing that he's here now, rather than just hearing of him in the future by Trunks' word. The strength of the androids was also something he's aware of, and Cell as a threat. He knows what he has to do first. After a heartfelt conversation and goodbye to Chi-Chi, with her giving him permission to take present Gohan into the time chamber, he teleports away. Goku gathers Gohan, Trunks, and Vegeta, just like in the original, but when they arrive at the lookout, the final person Goku needs is there, Future Gohan. After Vegeta and Trunks enter the Room of Spirit and Time, Goku separates from present Gohan to speak with his future counterpart. At the sight of his father, Future Gohan runs and hugs him. Goku tells him, "You did a good job." Hearing it from him, there was no way he could hold it in. The tears streamed down from his face, and his body hit the ground. "I'm sorry. I couldn't be strong like you. I couldn't win. I failed." Goku consoles the future version of his son. He tells him that he knows why his power is stagnated. Goku says, "You have to stop trying to be me and start being yourself." The way this news will affect Future Gohan will be explained in Part 2 of What If Future Gohan Survived. For more context regarding Future Gohan's strength, make sure you check out the latest video I did before this one, why Future Gohan was so weak. And this is in relativistic terms to present Gohan's power. I'm not saying he's just weak like any random human. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave your opinions and counterpoints in the comments down below, and hit subscribe and the notification bell. That way you get to stay up to date on the channel and everything that goes on with it. If you're interested, please check out the merch store to support the channel in another way that gives you something in return. But till next time, peace!